Hi Sagittarius. November is a month when you start to feel like yourself again. Curious, impatient, opinionated, slightly restless, and ready to make things happen. But even for someone as forward moving as you, the stars advise a mix of motion and slow reflection this time. I'm Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology, but who love hearing their monthly forecasts. And this is yours for November 2025. Let's begin with Venus, the planet of pleasure, attraction, and ease. She starts the month in Libra, where she stays until the 7th, lighting up your area of friendships, social networks, and collaborations. This is a sweet and cooperative start into the month. People may reach out, new contacts could appear, or you could feel more connected to your community. If you need support, it's likely to come through others now. So Venus here can also bring back pleasant memories of a friend or an ally you haven't heard from in a while. So keep your messages open. After the 7th, Venus slides into Scorpio, which rules your private world, solitude, rest, hidden work, spiritual practices, and endings. For the rest of the month, she'll make you crave more quiet, more introspection, and gentle withdrawal or escapism. I will talk about what's happening in Scorpio so many times over this forecast, so keep in mind this private area is important to you this month. Before we continue, let me offer you something. I've opened 15-minute surprise welcome consults. They are quick personal readings where I show you what's most interesting about your chart or what the near future might have in store for you. They're 65 euros a piece, and there is an element of surprise since you do not know what I will find especially intriguing in your chart. It's fun for me because I will get to know you guys, and I will also get to talk about the astrological features and combinations that I am attracted to or maybe even puzzled with. You'll just pick your astrology comfort level so I don't confuse you with advanced material or bore you with basics. The offer is open until the end of December. Links here and below if you want to snag one. Now back to your forecast. Now to Mars, your booster rocket this month. On the 4th of November, Mars enters your own sign and will stay there until mid-December. This is big. Mars in Sagittarius brings an adrenaline rush, energy, confidence, and the sense that you want to move. You might get the urge to start a physical routine again, to travel, to campaign for something, or to speak your truth louder than usual. It's exhilarating but also intense, and the challenge is not to scatter your fire in too many directions or too soon. Choose one or two things that really matter and pour your energy there carefully. Mars can also bring conflict, especially if someone tries to hold you back or question your competence. The best strategy is to move your body and to burn the heat through action, not argument. Mars will allow you to remember what it feels like to take initiative, but don't take it too far. We also have Mercury Retrograde in your sign this month, which I will talk about a little bit later, so stay put. The full moon in Taurus on the 5th of November will highlight your area of work, routines, health, and service. If you've been working hard on something practical, so maybe a project, a fitness goal, or just organizing your daily life, this full moon can show results. You might finally get recognition for consistent effort or realize what needs to change to make your life run more smoothly. It's also an excellent time to adjust habits, especially if some of them no longer fit your current lifestyle. Because it happens in the sign of Taurus, it asks for stability and long-term thinking. But in the next segment, I will talk about what a factor that can work against it. So right after the full moon, on the 8th of November, Uranus retrogrades back into Taurus, where it will remain until April 2026. Since 2018, Uranus in Taurus has been reshaping your daily routines and relationship with work, health, and efficiency. It briefly left this area in July, but now it returns for a final check-in. And you've probably already learned that too much structure drains you, but too little structure leaves you scattered. Now you get a few more months to perfect that balance with the help of the unruly Uranus and a more balanced, loving full moon. So this Uranus transit might also bring unexpected developments at work, new responsibilities, changing schedules, a tech upgrade you didn't ask for but will eventually appreciate. The key word here is flexibility. Use these months to make your routines reflect who you've become rather than who you were 7 years ago. And this is how you reach the routines that will be sustainable in the long run. Next comes Mercury, the planet of thought, travel, and communication. It starts the month in your sign, helping you speak clearly or more clearly, express ideas, and make plans. Mars, that enters your sign on the 4th, may make all of that even more intense, but on the 10th of November, Mercury turns retrograde. When Mercury retrogrades in your sign, it is personal. You may rethink your identity, your message, how you present yourself to others. Something you've said or promised might need revision. IDs and other papers that carry your name may need to be reissued. Then on the 19th, Mercury slides back into Scorpio, your private 12th house, which is so important now. It will stay here retrograde until the end of the month. So this second retrograde phase is more introspective. Old thoughts resurface, intuition sharpens, your inner voice gets louder. Pay attention to your dreams or déjà vu moments. They may bring insight you didn't know you needed. By early December, Mercury will go direct, and this is also a good time to, pay attention to your dreams and daydreams and realizations that come out of nowhere. It will enter your sign again in December, which is when you will finally get the words that you actually want to use to speak with people and not with yourself. And now Jupiter, your ruling planet. Since June, it's been traveling through Cancer, where it will remain until July 2026, blessing your 8th house of intimacy, shared finances, and psychological depth. Jupiter here wants you to learn the art of trusting others without losing yourself. It can bring benefits through partnerships, investments, or emotional closeness. But it can also highlight control issues or dependency dynamics that need to be addressed. On the 12th of November, Jupiter turns retrograde. This happens every year, but when it's your ruler, you feel it strongly. So instead of charging ahead, you're now invited to reflect. What kind of connection or collaboration truly supports your growth? What resources that do not belong 100% to you could help you flourish? If the resources that are not completely yours are financial, are the terms of use fair? If they're emotional, do they nurture you or drain you? Jupiter retrograde is your time to sort through things you get from other people, funds, companies, etc., and see which of those resources you actually need, which of those resources actually help you, what the conditions are, and make this sharing of other people's and companies' resources sustainable in your life. It can also highlight insecurities. So if the other person has so much, you may start worrying about having little. So if you notice those thoughts, then focus on what it is that you have, what you bring to the table, where you add value. And back to Scorpio. Like I said, the sign rules your most private zone, your inner world, solitude, endings, rest, and secrecy. After Mercury retrogrades here on the 19th, the new moon follows on the 20th, giving you permission to pause. This is a quiet, introspective new moon, more about emotional cleansing, than external beginnings. Think of it as the exhale before your own personal new moon in December. You could also use its energy to finish things. If you have been carrying stress, guilt, or fatigue, this is your cue to rest and reset. With Uranus opposing from Taurus, you might have to make some adjustments in your daily schedule to protect your peace. So maybe step back from constant productivity or renegotiate your workload. And because this new moon is supported by Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune in fellow water signs, the process can be deeply healing. The more you allow yourself to slow down, the more inspiration you will recover. And it doesn't stop there. In the final 10 days of November, Venus and Mercury Retrograde will continue to move through Scorpio, transiting through the degree of the new moon and receiving the same aspects from the same planets. This is the sweet, poetic part of the month. It's quiet but emotionally rich. You might revisit an old memory, finish a private project, or simply reconnect with yourself in quiet solitude. Dreams could be vivid, art more moving, and solitude more rewarding. Venus here softens Mercury's retrograde confusion, so even if your plans feel fuzzy, your heart knows where to go. So overall, November is your warm-up month and deepening month. Not the big debut yet, but the preparation for it. You're gathering strength, you are cleaning the mental attic, and remembering how it feels to act from genuine passion instead of obligation. December will be your real restart, but for now, enjoy this creative, restless, beautifully unfinished chapter, and see you in the next video, Sagittarius.